Hey there, it's me, Nate, and today we're going to be doing a book haul on the books I got during the month of June. I think we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 books in total. That is correct. Okay, yeah, I thought I was missing one somewhere, but no, that's all of them. So yeah, this is an 8-book haul, and I got some interesting stuff. So, starting off, I think towards the middle of June, I unhauled some books. I took them over to a used bookstore, and they had like a trade-in policy. So I traded in a ton, like probably like 8 or like 9 or 10 boxes of books. And in my area, there aren't that many like used bookstores, and it was my first time going to that one, so I had no idea what stuff they had. And a lot of the stuff that she had in her bookstore was, were things I wasn't at all interested in. But I did pick up 2 books, which, you might be thinking is crazy that I traded in like 9 boxes of books and I got 2 books. But either way, I was going to either donate them somewhere else. So, I would have liked to have come away with more books, but I got 2. So the 2 books I got were, first off, I got The Shining by Stephen King. I do want to read Stephen King's books because I've actually tried. I tried Carrie, and I didn't really like it. So I want to read. I want to read Salem's Lot next because I want to go through his books in release order. So whenever I get around to The Shining, I now have a copy because I think The Shining was his 5th book. I know it was within like the first 10 or so. I know it was early on, but at some point I am gonna read Salem's Lot next. I want to try that. And then I also, from that same bookstore, I got Pushing Ice by Alastair Reynolds. This is a sci-fi standalone, some kind of like hard science or maybe space opera type story. I'm not exactly sure. But I know that Alastair Reynolds is a highly regarded name in the sci-fi space, so I decided to go ahead and pick that up. So I got those 2 at the bookstore. So let's see. So I love Ender's Game. I think that book is a masterpiece. All of these sequels and all the other books in like the Ender's Game saga and that universe, I don't, think very highly of, but I'm interested in trying another one of Orson Scott Card's series. So I got this off of eBay. I picked up Seventh Son by Orson Scott Card. This is the first book of his Alvin Maker series, and which I think it had its final book come out either last year or the year before, like, sometime in the last couple of years. But yeah, I managed to get this hardback off of eBay for not too much money and in pretty good quality, so I was really happy with that. Okay, next up I got some Witcher. So in June I finished Tower of Swallows, which is the penultimate book of the main Witcher saga. So I went ahead and picked up the final book, The Lady of the Lake by Andrzej Sapkowski. This is the final book in the main Witcher saga. And I just, I really love these hardbacks that Orbit did. I love these covers. On all of the naked hardbacks for the Orbit, on the naked hardbacks that Orbit does, they post like, they do like these quotes from one of the characters, and, a line that they said within the book, which I never look at, before I read the book, because I don't want to get spoiled by anything. But I just really love these, and like the art that they do on the dust jackets is so great. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. I'm definitely going to read this here in July. Probably tomorrow, I think I'll put out a TBR video, so you'll get to see what else I'll be reading other than this. And then, since I was already picking up Lady of the Lake, and I already have Crossroads Ravens because I have the Broken Binding edition of that, I decided to go ahead and pick up the one other Witcher book I was missing, which is Season of Storms. This is a prequel Geralt novel. I think this takes place sometime in between like Sword of Destiny and Blood of Elves, or I don't know. I'm not exactly sure when it takes place, but this is a prequel novel, purely Geralt focused, from my understanding. And then, I don't know about you guys, but usually whenever Amazon Prime Day rolls around, I try to snag some deals on, just anything in general. And so I picked up 3 books. I actually picked up a good amount more, but I DNF'd a lot of them. So I'm already just going to be returning those. But these 3, I still need to get to. So I have I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. This is her memoir about like kind of like her childhood, like her career, like when she was on iCarly and the show Sam and Cat, and had kind of her struggles with like her mom and her being like a a celebrity or having a child actor and that kind of thing. So it's very highly regarded. I've been wanting to get to this for a long time, so I'm looking forward to that. And then next up, I picked up The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This is a grimdark, Asian-inspired fantasy, like military fantasy. I'm not exactly sure what flavor of Asian-inspired fantasy this is, because I don't remember. But from all I know is that the main character Rin, a lot of people have issues with the Poppy War and the Poppy War trilogy because of the main character. So I kind of want to see how that is. But yeah, definitely like heavily grimdark military fantasy. It sounds really interesting. So I'm looking forward to that. And then probably the book I'm most excited to get to out of these 3 is Elric of Melniboné by Michael Moorcock. And Elric is not very well known by modern standards, but he is a super influential character, inspired like Geralt from The Witcher, and a lot of like anti-hero and dark hero type characters. So like Elric is the like king or ruler of this nation called Melniboné, and he's like kind of like sickly, and he has like this like dark like cursed sword that like kills people on its own. And like he's not like inherently evil, like he tries to do good, but because of like who he is, that can be kind of sometimes challenging. And so this is a hardback of the Elric saga, but it's like a more recent kind of omnibus. So this has, I think, like 3 or 4 different novels. Let's see, hold on, let me find the page. Yeah, I think it has, hold on, a lot of pages in here. Yeah, it has Elric of Melniboné, The Fortress of the Pearl, The Sailor on the Seas of Fate, and The Weird of the White Wolf. So it has 4 different books in this one, and there's 2 more other collections after this. So there's 3 these big like omnibus collections. So hopefully I like this. I'd be really down to like really get into this like classic like sword and sorcery like fantasy, like kind of similar to like Conan and stories like that. But yeah, those are all the books I picked up during the month of June. Down in the comments below, tell me what books you picked up, if any, and or books that you might be excited or about to go pick up. Yeah, so if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, and until next time, have a good day.